Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Screaming Trees on FNX. 101.7, it's 9:05. We are live at Newbury Comics on Newbury Street in Boston. It's Morning Guy Ty, and it's Henry Santoro. Camille Paglia has been dragged into this mess.
One would think Mick Jagger is in the house, and it's actually Camille Paglia.
Well, Keith Richards is my idol, not Mick. Mick's a sellout.
You really think so?
Oh, yeah, come on. Keith is the soul of that man.
It was Mick who convinced him to play Vegas, which... What does that have to say about the Rolling Stones? A Vegas act?
Mick kept the band together. I mean, during Keith's heroin addiction years. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, we owe Mick a lot, but the point is his great period was the late 60s when he was producing lyrics of quality to Keith's music. And, Mick is just a socialite now, a little butterfly.
He's a little dinosaur, rock dinosaur dancing around. Yeah. You're still a big fan, though. You're still a big fan of all rock music.
That's right.
You have said in your writings that this is your generation, and you think... Has it been the great music of our time? Or
yeah,
is it?
Has
Why?
Been, yeah. Well, I'm 47. I've been listening to rock for 35 years. Okay, 35 years of rock has gone through his head. And even to this day, okay, a lot of people still deny that rock is art. Okay, and I think the rock critics are to blame for a lot of this because they write a lot of kind of crappy style that's intended for consumption by people who already love rock. I'm in my work...
Preaching to the converted.
Yeah, preaching to the converted. I'm trying in my work to reach out and to establish to the world, because rock is a revolutionary force around the world. Wherever rock goes, democracy follows. It is responsible for the fall of the Soviet Union, in my opinion. Okay, and it is the only unifying force on the globe right now. It is the key to international understanding. Okay, the thing that unites the youth of the world. And I think that the kind of writing about it is crap. There's certain books that are out there that say that if you listen to rock, you can't appreciate anything else. Your instincts for high art will be smashed and so on. So I'm talking about. For me, rock is pagan. Okay, it is the great god Dionysus born again in the 20th century. That's what I'm trying to do in my work.
You make a lot of comparisons like that.
Yeah,
you bring a lot of comparisons out.
Yeah, it's anti-Christian. It's anti-Judeo-Christian. Okay, that's why there's sex and violence in rock. Okay, and that's why I hate anything PC applied to rock. Like a lot of these grunge bands right now, it gets me sick. Okay, they try to put, we like women. We're into women. Get out of here. The great rock is produced by a kind of aggressive act toward the audience. Boom. And this is why a lot of women bands, okay, they have a lot of promise and they go nowhere because they don't understand the essence of hard rock. The essence of it is cracked on the audience. It's real aggressive, okay? And you got to get into this pagan sex and violence mode in your head.
Rock came out of the gutter.
Yeah, right. It's a populist. It is the force of nature. It is coming from down below. It's a force of nature.
Well, let me ask you, on your turntable or in your CD player at home, what is in there right now?
Unfortunately, Madonna. Right now, okay, because I'm a Madonna fan. It lost me a lot of credibility.
Gotcha.
It lost me a lot of credibility with the rock press for years, okay? But I think Madonna's not a rocker. She's pop. She's coming out of disco. She's coming out of out of salsa and so on.
She's a marketing genius.
Yeah, but she's a true artist. Unfortunately, she's in a very low period right now.
I hate that. I hate when they talk about her business. Who cares about business? No. It's music.
Right. She made her mark on the world through music. She's one of the most important women in the world today. She's changed the sexual life of women around the world. Like in Japan, she's had an enormous impact in freeing women in Japan. Right now, she's on a low point. It hurts me. But
do you know the band L7?
No, I haven't. I don't know.
You haven't seen?
No,
well, we're going to expose you to some of their music today, and I think you're going to find that there is always going to be a next thing. And I think L7 is one of these women bands who are going against a lot of things that you are angry with female performers for.
Yeah, but the problem is every time I've been waiting for the great women's band. Okay, I loved Patti Smith. Okay, I mean I thought that was going to be a revolution, and then she went soft. Okay, and then Chrissie Hynde. I adore Chrissie Hynde. I love the sound of the Pretenders and so on. I loved Heart. Okay, and so on. But over time the women's bands don't stick together, and I have all kinds of sort of cultural reasons for that, right? The men's bands stick together. The men's bands, they fight with each other, like Rolling Stones were speaking to each other, Guns N' Roses. Then they come back together. And I think there's an aspect, I think that the sex toward groupies holds the men's bands together. I say, now women don't have that. And so the women tend to fragment. So, so don't tell me, I don't want to hear, every year I've been hearing the 3 new nominees for the great women's band, okay? Over time, show it to me. How can they produce over time? Please, now, there's not been one woman who has produced a great guitar solo, okay? Wait a minute. Wait. I'm talking about like Eddie Van Halen. Come on, what's anywhere near that? Okay, even okay. And people admit this. People who are honest, women who are honest in rock will admit this. Okay, look, Hotel California. Okay, the Eagles. Where is the solo? We're still listening to that 20 years later. A great solo like that.
You might be. I'm not.
Okay, no. I'm not saying women lack creative talent. They have wonderful musical ability, but in other instruments. Okay, not in hard rock lead guitar.
Well, what about writing great songs and just having mixed bands now? There's a lot more bands that are mixed than than used to be. If a band is mixed, 2 men and 2 women, is it a women's band or a men's band?
Yeah, but see, I'm someone who's 47, okay? I'm looking for I'm still coming from the great period in college when Hendrix was going on in the Doors and so on. And so I'm looking for someone to push forward the rock.
Janis Joplin.
Okay, well, Janis Joplin's now, I liked her, but that's not my style I'm talking about in rock. Okay, I'm talking about, I want someone who's going to push forward the art form of rock.
Courtney Love.
Well, she's good, but again, I'm looking for something new. I don't care what the gender is. If I hear it on the radio and I say, that's new, that's pushing forward. And again, I'm afraid that women have contributed an enormous amount to music, but not in this particular genre I'm talking about, of hard rock. Like you say, I'm coming out of the great sound in my head is like the acid rock, the lead guitar sound, okay, of the great San Francisco bands, the psychedelic sound, okay, that searing sound. I mean, yesterday on the way to Boston, okay, I'm listening to like Hendrix, Hey Joe. I'm listening to those 3 instrumentalists together, okay, and I'm going, come on. This is 25 years later, and no one has gone beyond that sound.
Get that whole CD. Let's get Hole queued up this morning. So
her name is Camille Paglia. She is in Boston today. She will be performing tonight, some sort of a stage performance, just you on stage, basically doing exactly what you're doing.
I'm at Faneuil Hall.
You'll be doing this at Faneuil Hall.
I do improv. I work the mic like a rocker. Okay, that's my accent. Right.
Like Eric Bogosian does his act based on rock music.
Yeah.
So is this some sort of a performance art type piece she'll be doing?
Well, I return to Boston every year and I harass, I attack Harvard basically. I bomb Harvard from the air, and so I make their lives miserable. Ever since I came on the scene 5 years ago, I return periodically to Boston. This is sort of where my first popularity really began. And I just come back. I'm just like this vampire that won't stay in the grave,
Vamps and Tramps.
That's exactly right.
Is the title of the new book, this one right here. It's out today. Today is the pub date.
Photograph on
yeah, All Saints Day. And there's a lot of stuff in here. Everything from the first thing about penises. Okay, a program I did in England you could never do here.
First chapter.
The Penis Unsheathed, the program I did in March in England. Okay, celebrating the penis. Okay, and there's like a thing I did there with a drag queen, Glenda Orgasm. This drag queen I did a thing with in New York. And there's a lot of things in there. There's a lot of serious things. There's a meditation on a saint. I mean, there's everything in here.
What about let's just close out this segment by asking you, have the mainstream feminists cut you any slack at all? Because I remember very vividly your name being brought up on that television, was it 60 Minutes?
Yeah, Gloria Steinem. We don't give a bleep what she thinks.
Forget it. She just cut that off right away. Will they give you any slack now?
No, but the point is, come on, the whole culture has changed because of me, okay? My ideas everywhere. The people won't give me credit for it, but I have changed everything. And the thing is, Gloria Steinem's on the defensive. There's a lot of books influenced by me. There's you can say now, for example, okay, women's studies, okay, is that in the best interest of women? You can say things like that. Okay, 5 years ago when I came on the scene, people yell at you. They call me fascist, Nazi, compared my book to Mein Kampf. I mean, name it, okay, and so on. So it's possible now. I'm one of the principal voices, I'm one of the leaders of the reform movement in feminism. I'm bringing feminism back to be like pro-sex, pro-art, pro-men.
Are they listening?
Of course, my God. All you have to do is you see it everywhere, okay? The date rape hysteria is abated. Sexual harassment hysteria is somewhat abated. At the same time, I'm for personal responsibility. I'm one of the great figures of the sexual revolution of the 60s. I want women to do it for themselves and stop running to grievance committees afterwards. It's like, oh, this happened on the day. Oh, help me, please. I had that. Running to parent figures, okay? I follow the gay male model, which is go out, have sex, you get beat up, big deal, okay? You learn something.
Camille Paglia is with us on FNX, and we'll have more in a moment. We're going to play some tunes on 101.7 WFNX, live from Newbury Comics.